why was Megabucks your format? How did you prepare for that, and what made Larry Nixon the guy to beat?
Well, you know, that's really a hard one to answer, but the only thing I can think of, there was never a tournament that paid that much money. And it really fit my style because I was guiding, I was fishing every single day, I fished every tournament I could possibly fish, and I knew I was going to catch bass. If you put me in the boat, I was going to catch fish. It's all confidence, it's in your brain, and
right.
And when it come down to Megabucks, in fact, I didn't even go to the very first one. For some reason, me and Tommy Martin wanted to go deer hunting or something, and Roger Farmer went down there and won that one in Florida.
I remember that.
and I didn't even go to that one because it didn't count points.
Yeah.
And then they changed the format, and when we went to the Megabucks format, it paid $100,000.
That good.
Now that's big. That's real big. The Classic was only $25,000. The Classic wasn't peanuts compared to Megabucks. But the thing about Megabucks is you qualified for it. It counted toward the Classic, but then you fished 3 days to get in these finals. I believe it was 3, if I remember right. And the payoff was what was cool. Mm-hmm. You only got $20,000. The other 80 was in an annuity, so you get $8,000 a year for the next 10 years. So I didn't have to pay all taxes on it when I won it. You know, I just pay taxes on the little bit. So I really liked that. I said, man, this would be cool. I can get a whole bankroll going here, and if I can win 1 or 2 of them things. And it was just my hottest time in my career is what it was. There was a 3-year period there when everything I touched or everything I threw, I caught fish on it. And the first 2 was in Florida, and I won both of them. And then we went to, I think, Gunnersville, and I won 1 there, and then I won 1 on Chickamauga. Mm-hmm. And, boy, that was the neatest thing in a professional fisherman's career. I'm thinking I really don't have a lot of good paying sponsors yet, but I've still got $40,000 coming next year. So, but it was just, it's just one of them things that when they put you in there and they say, all right, you're going to fish this 400-yard section, this is your hole, you can't get out of it. And it didn't take me but one look at it to know where I needed to spend my 45 minutes. And, and my goal was to catch 1 bass out of each hole. Now, sometimes that didn't pan out. But I mean, that's really what I concentrated on, is to catch that 1 fish out of each hole, because it was a 10-hole course, and some of the holes, yes, I'd bust them. I'd catch 8 or 10 or 15, but it would always be where I would know I was going to catch them. Mm-hmm. I was just that confident back in them days that I could look at the shoreline, I could look at the cover, I knew what lure to throw every season of the year, and I just I don't know. Everything was gold then.
Did they give you a topo map at all?
Not really. You could go in there and make a complete lap around it. You couldn't stop. You couldn't idle. Couldn't check depths. But we'd go in there and make a complete lap around it and see where the hole signs were. And, you'd get a glance at it. And then the next morning, you just run straight to your hole, and then you'd start at, boom, a certain time. Mm-hmm. And, that's just the way I fished it. I didn't try to fish the whole thing. I just picked out what I thought was the keyest features, and that's where I spent my time.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. That's all I know. To win 3 Megabucks in a row, and then skip 1 year and then win another one. In fact, I was second in the 4th one. Won 3 in a row. I was second in the 4th one, and then I won another one. Then I think I was second or third in the next one. Mm-hmm. So it was just amazing run, really.
It was one of our trivia questions about 6 months ago.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Denny won 1. I finished second in that, and believe it or not, I had the fish on that I could have won it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have the fish on. I'm lying. I said that all wrong, but I was fishing around this end of a dock, and it was a big old dock, and I wasn't expecting to bite on this dock. I was in a hurry. I had a trolling motor on high to get over here to something else, and I pitched a spinnerbait down the side of that styrofoam, and I'm reeling it along there, and there was a bass come out from under that styrofoam. I swear to gosh, as long as this leg, and he followed that spinnerbait all the way up to the tip of my rod, and he grabbed it like that, and I thought he had the trailer hook, and I guess he just had the trailer hook sideways in his mouth, and he just turned around and swam back under the styrofoam. I mean, he was at least an 8 to 10 pounder.
Which lake was that on?
Godzilla. We was in that creek at
Harris Chain?
at Gunnersville.
Oh, Gunnersville.
And remember Denny wanted over there by Max Landing
Yeah.
off that pier. Well, I went under that bridge, and it was that dock that's on the left, going on back in Spring Creek. And I was in that hole at that particular time, and you know, it could have been 4 in a row or 5 in a row, but I ain't griping. But I still remember that fish.
Yeah, I can imagine.
God, it was huge.